Hello, everyone. How are you? Hi, Melanie. So glad that you're here. And hold on a second, I gotta put on my headphones. Okay, so how is everybody doing today? So glad everybody is here. I have my coffee, and I've got it in my Stitch cup. It's French vanilla. This is my absolute favorite coffee. So, still working on my nightcat, or my butterfly nightcat. And I am still having a lot of issues with this bottom part down here. I can barely even touch this part without it messing up on me. So I'm trying to reach around it and all that to get to it. I hate it whenever I do that. I wake up like that quite a bit. Not as much now since we got our new mattresses, but still sometimes. I am doing good. I haven't been sleeping very well the last few nights, but last night we finally turned on the AC. We gave up and turned it on, so actually from about 2 o'clock in the morning till 7:30, I actually got some sleep. We try as hard as we can not to turn it on until we absolutely have to, but last night was a have to. How are you doing, Wendy? Beth, so glad to see you. Glad everyone is here. But I'm working on my nightcat. I will be so glad once I get this finished, because I am definitely having an issue. I was making sure I closed that door over there. I am definitely having an issue with this bottom corner. And I was gonna seal it before I went to bed last night, just this bottom corner, and I forgot. I completely agree, Melanie. It's so much better whenever you've got a cool room to sleep in. It's been getting really hot and muggy here the last few days. Beth, you probably know about that. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, Wendy, and you're not late. I hope he gets better soon. I'm giving you all the well wishes that I can. I know what it's like to be sitting in a hospital room with your loved ones. Good morning, Granny. Yeah, sometimes the weather here is just awful during the summers. But anyway, what was I gonna say? It's like I come into my lives and I have this whole list of stuff that I'm gonna say, and then it just goes right out the window. But yes, if I don't finish this today before I go to work, once I get off work tonight, I will finish this. And I will seal it by Monday, because this bottom corner of this is driving me crazy. I was just laying my arm on it. I wasn't even moving it while ago. Moving my arm, laying on it, and I pulled up like 10 drills off of it. We are, can't remember. I think we might have more rain coming in this weekend and storms, but it's still really muggy and hot. I I can handle the heat. It's just when the humidity gets so high, it dry, it's just so miserable whenever that humidity is thrown in there. Let's see. I am working on the peas, and if you notice, let me go ahead and zoom this back in. I had it so that you could see the whole picture, but I'm going to zoom it back in so you can see what I'm working on. I would if I had some, but I don't have any of the dot stick. I was even looking for my clear nail polish, and I was going to paint that over the top of it just until I got it sealed. I couldn't find my clear nail polish. I could not find my Mod Podge, the little bottle I have. The only one that I know that I have that's out right now is my Mim Wax. And with that, I need to open up all the windows and everything so that I can do it and let it. I don't know. I would have to look and see if I could find a glue stick. I probably have one of those around too. Hi, Margie. So glad that you're here. But I've already got all the drills on that section. It's just every time I lay my hand down on it, it pulls them all off. And it's probably my fault because normally I'll start at the top and go down to the bottom of the canvas. But this time I decided that I wanted to work on something a little more colorful. So I went ahead and skipped this middle section and started working on these bottom corners of this. So if I would have stayed with what I normally do, then I wouldn't have the problem of reaching over this and pulling some of these drills off. And it is only in this corner right here that I'm having issues with. It's just this corner. That's whenever I was working on it, I thought it was because the heat in here, but I've worked on other ones and it's fine. But I don't know. I wouldn't. Hold on a second. Don't fall. Hold on. What, Courtney? That's okay. You're just on live. This is my daughter, Courtney. I know you can't see her right now. You want to say hi? Hi. This is my daughter. She came to get my van. But anyway. Okay. They're saying hi to you. see you in a few minutes. Okay. Yeah, she stopped by to get my van. Now, that is my other daughter, not the one that normally stops in on here every now and then. That's Courtney. Lexi's the one that normally pops in here and there on my lives. But Courtney just lives up the road from me. And she actually lives in Lexi's house that before she moved. So okay, I said I was working on peas, and do not hold on to that corner. I keep having to remind myself not to put my arms on that corner. But oh, I was going to show y'all. Let me get my coffee back over on the warmer. I hate it when my coffee gets cold. Let me see if I can find it, and I'll switch the pictures around here in just a second. Let's see. Okay. So, oops, I forgot to tell y'all, if y'all don't want to see what the mystery painting looks like, go ahead and turn your head away from the screen for a minute. But anyway, this is what the mystery painting is looking like so far. This is what I've gotten done on it. I think that it is turning out really, really beautiful. I absolutely love it. Okay, I was making sure that I didn't mute my microphone whenever she came in. But I love the way that it's coming out. I think I'm starting on the 4th row in that one. So I think that that's going to be really nice once it's done. Um, unfortunately, I have to work today. It's like you never know what you're going to be walking into whenever you go into work on Saturdays. There's times that you can be really, really busy, and then times that it's really slow. But here lately, since we're losing some stores, it's been a lot slower than normal. So I do have to work this weekend as normal. But hopefully it'll go okay. As long as we have all happy drivers, we'll be good. Okay, P. I did not get my video recorded yesterday that I wanted to, because I'm going to switch this back around. Because whenever I was watching Remy, she was really cranky yesterday. She was a very cranky little girl, and I could tell that she was tired. I have started not laying her down for naps because I wanted to make sure to work on the potty training the whole time while she was here. But yesterday, I had to lay her down for a nap. She was just very, very cranky and whiny. And so after lunch, we went ahead and laid her down for a nap, and she sleeps in the bed in my craft room, which is also where I record at. So I wasn't able to get that done. And then once Josh got home, I had to cook dinner, which last night was a very easy dinner. And I did not get, Granny, I did not get my steak, fries, and eggs. I went ahead and made sausage, egg, and cheese biscuits last night for dinner. Hi, Lexi. How are you? I went ahead and made sausage, egg, and cheese biscuits for dinner. And where did I finish the peas? I think I did. Okay, we're going to start on the eyes. The one thing that I really like steak fries with, I do like them with my eggs. But I really, if you get like hamburger patties, make some hamburger patties, and then you just heat up some cream of mushroom soup. And then once the cream of mushroom soup is heated up and you have your hamburger patties done, you just put a little scoop of the cream of mushroom on the hamburger patty, and then the steak fries, you can dip them in that, and that is really, really good. That is one of my favorite meals. We always seem to get on the subject of food. I am doing pretty good. I actually got some sleep last night, Lexi. But you just missed Courtney. She came down to get my keys so she could go to town real quick. As long as she's back in time for me to go to work. See, I just did it again. And I was just barely holding on to that. Oops. See, down at the bottom right there, I barely had my fingers on it. So I gotta straighten that back out. That corner down here is awful. I'm gonna get that straightened out real quick and try not to touch it again. If it wasn't for this corner, I would have had no issues at all with this painting. Okay. Got that straightened out, and hopefully I will not touch it again. That is so true. She hasn't been mentioning her stews. She did mention it in a video the other day, though, that she was thinking about making one. That was the same video where she had mentioned steak fries. And I had thought about making some steak fries and eggs. You know, and sorry, my allergies are absolutely driving me crazy today. But yeah, it wasn't until Josh, I would have never thought to put steak fries with breakfast. Never. And Josh made them one day instead of hash browns, and I was like, that is a really good idea. They're like a thicker, I don't know how to explain it now. It's just a thicker French fry, basically. They're just about, let me see if I can get my hand in the camera, about that wide, and then they're probably a half-inch thick normally. Kind of, yes. They're not quite as thick as a potato wedge, but it's very similar. But until he started making those with breakfast, it did not even dawn on me to use those for breakfast. I think Stardust is stuck in the regular part of the house because I hear her scratching at the door. She hears me in here talking. And I wish I would have got a picture of this the other day. Or not the other day, it was yesterday that this happened. I was in the bedroom putting away some laundry and I noticed her foot sticking out from underneath the bed. And I looked over there and she's laying kind of sideways with both of her feet stuck up in the air. And she was really, really still. And I had to go over there and shake her a little bit just to make sure that she was okay. She just looks up at me like, "What are you doing?" I was having the best nap. But she had me scared for just a second, just the way that she was laying. It's amazing what kind of positions a cat can get in and still be comfortable. But I'm so sorry. My allergies are really acting up today. I'm definitely going to have to take an allergy pill before I go to work. That all depends on who salts them. I know a lot of people that put just as much salt on them. Hey, Jen, how are you doing? So glad that you were able to stop by. Excuse me, I'm going to mute the microphone for just a second. Okay, sorry about that. Um, how are you doing, Jan? I have not actually seen January. January wasn't here Thursday night, and I don't believe she's in here today. Are you, January? That's okay. I'm so glad that you were able to stop by. Love you too, Lexi. I will see you next time. Normally, during my live, she's just getting off work, I believe. That's okay. I'm just happy to have you here. But okay. My next one, I will use all of my bigger trays if I'm going to use my tower system over here. The more that I work with this, the more that I like it. But I will just have to get some certain trays. I would love to get the Trabricks. But I think I just got my gift card in. I'm going to order some of the Art Dot ones. I got a $10 gift card from Misplay. It takes forever to get them. Okay, Lexi, I will read it here in a little bit. Bye. But I just got my gift card in from Misplay, and the Art Dot trays are like $10 on, and you get 6 of the large ones and 4 of the little ones. This is one of the little trays. You can actually hook them together. But let me see if I can find my other one up here. I've only got 2 of them. But they are also stackable and they stay. So if I decided to take them with me, I can put some tape over this right here. And then I could put like a hair tie or a rubber band around it and just put an extra one on top, and it would work really well for like my special shapes and stuff, taking them with me. So I'm going to give that a try. Yes, it does, but this is only the second gift card that I've gotten through them. I saved it up for a $10 gift card. Right now, I'm playing a solitaire game on there, and then I play the one to where you fill up the bottles to make them all one color. Those are the 2 main ones that I play. I'll normally play them for about 30 minutes before I go to bed at night. Okay, just a second, okay? I'll be right back. Yes, I know. I was ignoring you and you didn't like it. She was stuck in the living room and she kept scratching at the door. And then just now I don't know if y'all heard her through the microphone, but she was really meowing really loud. So she decided that she had to be in on the live today as normal. She heard me talking, huh? You can barely see her little head up there, but she'll probably sneak her way up onto the canvas here in a minute. Or at least the up into the table. Margie just said hi to you, Stardust. Yeah, she started out just barely scratching at the door, and then whenever I was ignoring her, she was really trying to get in here. One of these days, I'm going to try to put a doggy door in that door as well. That way I won't have to leave this door open, but they'll still have access to go through to the backyard. And as far as she goes, into the rest of the house. But she's like, this is my time for attention. You don't get to give anybody else attention right now. And I can always tell, especially whenever I get her in my lap and stuff, because she likes to go outside and roll around in all of the grass and everything outside. During allergy season, then I pick her up, and it's like my allergies just really flare up. Hey, T. She's like, "Where's my pittance?" I love her to death, but she drives me crazy. So true. That is very, very true. I didn't think that she would start scratching on the door that loud. Sometimes she reminds me so much. She reminds me so much of a dog. She will, it's like if I let her sleep in our room at night, she'll lay right beside me. She will not move from that spot until I start waking up. And then sometimes, if she can, she'll run underneath the covers. And then she'll scratch on doors to get in and out. And then Bullet, my dog, he will stand on the back of the couch like cats do. He's just, it's like they've switched roles. He acts more like a cat sometimes, and she acts more like a dog. That is, that is so funny, Granny. I used to babysit a little girl, and it was while I was pregnant with Courtney. And her dog was named DOG. And it took me forever to figure out that it was the letters spelled out, because what her mom had told me, she was in the spelling, she was learning how to spell words, and that's what she decided to name the dog. But it took me like a month to figure out that it was the letters, because she would just always call out the OG. Thank you so much, Melanie. Thank you so much. Yes, if you don't mind, hit that like button before you leave out of the live today. I love these lives so much. I love being able to chat with all y'all. Now, Stardust, I cannot let you get on this canvas at all because you'll knock those drills off. I guess that is more common than I thought it was. But yeah, I used to babysit a little girl. She's a grown adult now. I don't know where she's at. Thank you so much for coming by, Beth. I will see you next time. But I used to watch her, and then I would sometimes help out at her mom's bookstore. In fact, back then, I would babysit her whenever I first started babysitting her. her parents would pay me money to watch her. That's fine, but then I would turn around and just spend the money on books in their bookstore. So they started just paying me for babysitting and books instead of even worrying about the money part of it, because by the time that I would buy all the books I wanted, I would spend more money than what I made. So they just started giving me like double the amount of money to spend in the bookstore. At that time, it was a great arrangement for me because I was reading, I would go through like a book every 2 days. Man. And yeah, it was great because I had bookshelves full of books, and then I would take those back in and get credit for those, trade in credit, and then I would just start all over again. And I'm so glad that some of my kids took over the love of reading, especially my youngest son. He's always reading. But he will read on these apps to where people are writing the books as they post them. Just, I guess it's just to get people's opinions and stuff on them. So it might be, he might start reading a book and then it might be a month later before they post the next chapter. That would drive me crazy not knowing what was going on for that long. And then sometimes they'll post a whole book at the same time, or they'll post like 10 chapters and then a week later post another few chapters. I just don't think that I could do that. Every time, hold on a second. Sometimes I hate the summertime with her. I don't know if you can even see it, but my shirt now is covered with cat hair. And then I'm petting her and cat hair goes flying. And it never fails that somehow I end up with cat hair in my mouth. But I wouldn't trade the world for her. Love her to death, but she can. Okay. You would forget the story? Yeah, me too. I I love reading, but I could never read off of apps like that. I have to have the whole book. Even in series, like there's some series that I haven't read in a long time. I will sit there and start the series from the beginning just so I can remember the whole storyline through the whole thing before I read the next book. And anymore, I listen to more books than I read. But I still have to get I guess it's technically the third book, but it's the second full book of the Outlander series. I have not gotten it yet, and I need to start on it. I've been listening to a lot of cozy mysteries on YouTube. What was the last one? Can't remember off the top of my head. If I can remember my own pin to put into my phone, I'll check real quick. Check my history. Where's it at? Okay. I don't need it playing. The last one that I listened to on YouTube, there was a cozy mystery. It's called the Alaska Cozy Mystery Series. The Snowman Killer. That was book one, and it was by Wendy Meadows. It was actually I really liked the book. So I'm going to finish that series. I think there's quite a few. Let me see. I may be wrong, though. See if I can go to her playlist. No, maybe not. Not right now, anyway. But that one was I love listening to those cozy mysteries, especially whenever I run out of YouTube videos to listen to at work. I'll start playing one of those. Because of a lot of the books that I listen to, if my earbuds die while I'm at work and I have to listen to them out loud, a lot of them I can't listen to there. But most of the cozy mysteries are pretty mild, so they're pretty good. And I've listened to other books like her from her that have been really good as well. Now I cannot. Tanya Caps has some really good books that are cozy mysteries as well. And I do listen to a lot of hers that she's posted on YouTube. But what they'll do is they'll post a lot of times like the first 2 or 3 books, and then you will need to go and buy the rest of them, which is fine. I don't mind that. They've got to sell them. But I do listen to quite a few of those. And if you do not mind the computer voice and stuff, I did it again. This down here, I think I've spent more time fixing this than I have finishing diamond painting. Stardust. No. I don't know what you just did. Hold on a second. Okay. She jumped up on the screen and she did something, hit something with her tail and took all of this off of here. She is I don't know how she does that. Almost every time she walks by my screen up there, she'll do something like that. What? Ah. Okay, that's fine.
Also,
I'm still alive, so.
Can you find the Berenstain Bears DVDs on Amazon Prime?
Can I what?
Can we find the Berenstain Bears videos on Amazon Prime?
I
got in a possession with the Berenstain Bears, and I only found that one DVD. I was looking for all of them at Dollar General.
I'll look and see what I can find.
One home.
Okay. Okay. Bye. I guess she is looking for Berenstain Bears DVDs for my granddaughter. Remy, apparently she is very obsessed with them. Don't you jump on that one either. She's laying over by my computer now. So hopefully it won't just be in my luck. She would hit the button to end the live. But we are already 45 minutes into this. I can't believe these lives just go by so quickly. Let's see. Okay. I may have, you know what? I sit there and put down that drill I had on there. I may have to think what I'm going to do before I go to work today is just seal this down here. I know I said that yesterday, but I'm going to try to remember. Just seal this little section down here today before I go to work. And then I might be able to finish this painting with no problem. Because like I said, I've been fixing this more than anything else. I know my mom is going to really love this painting though once I get it done. And then if I'm able to do more paintings and make the hangers for them like I want to, I'll be able to switch them out each month and put her a different painting up each month. Okay. Got that fixed for the millionth time. I'm almost done with this one. It's just I keep messing up that bottom part of it. I normally keep some Mod Podge around, even though I don't like sealing full canvases with Mod Podge. If I have to, I will normally seal a little section with it. And then once I'm finished with the whole thing, I'll do my Mimwax. But no, Stardust. Okay, I'm back. I have the microphone muted on the other part of this, so I knew y'all couldn't hear me. But she managed to lay on the computer, and she somehow took me out of there. I hope y'all weren't I wasn't off screen for longer than I thought. But that's the kind of things that Stardust does just to get attention. She knows that she's not supposed to lay on my computer. But if I'm not paying enough attention to her, that's the first place that she goes. I know, I hate it whenever I have drills that are sliding around like this. Well, here, what happened up here? Because this one wasn't that bad. And, you know, I'm starting to get kind of frustrated with this painting now. Now this over here, the drills are sticking, but I'm wondering if I just didn't notice and Stardust jumped up here on this one. That could very possibly be it. She might have jumped up here on this one while I wasn't here. Come on. And I just hadn't noticed it. But this one seems really sticky over here, so I don't think there's an issue with that one. Okay, fix that one. Thank you so much, Melanie, for stopping by. So glad that you were here. We have about 10 minutes left. What was there was one other thing, and like I said, I'm gonna have to start making a list about stuff that I want to chat about because I have this whole list of stuff normally. And then whenever I come into the lives, I'll always forget what it is. I got 2 more eyes here. I'm going to go ahead and get those done before I switch to a different color. And once we get off the live, I'm going to lock Stardust out of here. Lock her out of this room because I'm going to seal this bottom part of this before I go to work. And so it'll have at least an hour or so to dry before I leave for work. And then I'll open up the door once I'm sure that this is dry enough that she won't come in here and lay on it and me come home and her dragging a canvas everywhere. That would really be just my luck. Okay, let's see, what's the next color? There's not that many E's. I think I'll do that in a little bit, but let's try the O's. And the O is a 550. It's a dark purple. We are not doing that again, Stardust. Get down. I'm not letting her anywhere near the computer again. You want to say bye? She's like, I don't care. I'm getting my attention now. But anyway, you still, every time I pet her, I find more matted fur, and I hate having to cut it out of her fur. But I know it would not feel good if I left it in there, so. And she has gotten a little bit better about letting me do it. I think she knows that I'm not going to hurt her or anything with it. Look at that. I don't know if y'all can. I pet her and fur goes flying. One of these days I'm going to get one of those brushes that's like a glove that you put on your hand. And maybe we won't have fur everywhere. It might work, but it might not. She sheds like crazy. Let's see. Oh, that was my phone. I was like, what was that? But she's just got her little head laying on the table right now. If I let her, she would eventually sneak up onto the canvas. But anyway, we're at 55 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and let everybody go. I'm going to get this sealed down here on this section so that I will stop having to worry about even touching it while I'm working on it. So I can finish up the canvas tonight. Thank you so much for everyone stopping by. I will see everyone later. Everyone take care if you don't mind. Hit that like button on your way out. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. And I will see everyone next time. Bye.